precious memories, unseen angels sent from somewhere to my soul.
The church plainly needed a parsonage. By the time they moved into the new parsonage, my parents, actually, that was the 9th house they had lived in, and that was early in 1946. I wasn't quite 6 years old yet. But during the war years, it was hard to come by the materials they needed to build the parsonage. The new parsonage was just north of the church, a couple hundred feet, just west of the place where the present parsonage stands. But we moved in I think in March of 1946. Materials had been scarce, so in the southeast corner of the basement there was still some stones sticking out from the concrete walls. They had run out of dynamite during the war years when they were blasting to do the excavation for the house. The house itself was built with rather ancient lumber. They had acquired the defunct Methodist church that had been standing idle for many years. It was called the Little Brown Church on the northwest corner of Lakeview and Airport Roads. My father tore that building down, and they used the lumber for the most part in building the new house. Actually, the first couple of years we didn't have all the plumbing installed. Materials were in very short supply right after the war, so it was a couple of years before they had the bathroom really installed, and the kitchen cabinets. We had chemical toilet in the house the first couple of years when I was 6, 7 years old. That house succumbed to the carpenter ants some years after my parents left, and had to be replaced in the 1970s by the house that's there now. They decided it was more feasible to build a new house than to try to deal with the carpenter ants. So the house that's there is not the one that I grew up with, but it's much better, nicer, of course. But I do have lots of memories of the first parsonage. I was there from the time that I was not quite 6 years old until my parents left in the fall of late in the summer of 1958, when I had finished high school just that spring, and they went back to Minnesota.
Of the midnight, precious sacred scenes unfold. Precious memories fill my soul.